as usual, we've got a very tough non-conference schedule. I mean, to open up with Ursinus, they're very successful team year in and year out. They I think they had a stretch last year. They won 8 in a row. Then they dropped their last 2 after some injuries. But they are not an easy team to play. Very well coached. I think they've got a new defensive coordinator this year, so we're not entirely sure what to expect from them defensively. But I expect them to be, as usual, a tough physical football team. And we'll be going down to their place. This year they're putting in a new stadium, turf stadium. So we're playing down there under the lights, on opening day. So it'll be a great test for us, I think. 1 week later, we've got Geneva at home. Again, Geneva has been just tremendous tradition there. I mean, Gino DeMarco has been there forever. Came out of Division II. They had a lot of success in the NAI Division II. Made a successful transition to Division III several years ago in the PAC conference. And again, they're a very well-coached football team. They're very fundamentally sound. They're physical. They're aggressive. They like to run the ball. They like to, they're trying to stop the run. I mean, they're trying to punch you in the mouth, type of football team. So I think those two games are both going to be very tough for us. But I also believe that those are 2 great games for us to help prepare us for the grueling schedule that we've got to face once MAC play begins. So we're excited about the test. We're excited about the challenge and the opportunity. 2 very tough games, certainly, but I feel like if we play to our potential, we have an opportunity to be very successful in those 2 games and help give us some momentum as we open up conference play. Our goal every year in terms of conference play is to win the MAC championship, and that will never change. It's running through our season goals. I mean, the number 1 goal for us is survive camp. After that, it's win the opener. After that, it's be 1-0 each week, and after that, it's win the MAC championship. And only after that's been accomplished are we going to start focusing on national playoffs and winning a national championship. But those are the goals for us every year, and it's very unlikely that those will ever change. We want to become MAC champions, and it's not an easy task in this conference. It's a very demanding conference, very challenging. Week in and week out, there are no weak opponents. You're tested, every week of the season. But that's what we're looking to do. I mean, we don't want to settle for second place or anything below that. We're looking for number 1, and our guys are very clear in their goals and very adamant about what they want to do, in 2011. And I think our guys are highly motivated. Certainly, we were very disappointed, I think, as a team, certainly top to bottom, at where we finished last year. In spite of how young we were and everything else, we want to get back to the top. So you got to get through a tough schedule to be able to do that. We open up conference play with the 2 teams out of Wilkes-Barre, Wilkes, and then followed by Kings a week later. 2 very tough physical opponents. Then we've got a 3-game stretch. It's probably the most brutal 3-game stretch we've ever had here in Lycoming, followed by Lebanon Valley, followed by Delaware Valley. You're talking teams that were 1, 2, and 3, I believe, in the standings last year, and so it's going to be a tough stretch, certainly. And then we've got FDU, who's got a brand new coach. Obviously we're not exactly sure what we're going to see. I'm sure it's going to be a new offense, new defense, different special teams. So there's going to be some things for us to adjust to. Widener again is every year it's a physical football game, for us, and both sides seem to come out of that game a little bit beat up because of physicality. I'm sure it's going to be no different. And then we end the season with Stevenson, who again is a brand new team into the conference, which I expect them to surprise a lot of people in their first year in the conference. Got a great recruiting area. Ed Hoddle, from what I can tell, is doing a great job there as a first-year head coach. I think they've done a tremendous job recruiting. They got great facilities, and I don't think it's going to take him long to build that program into a true competitor. So it's a tough schedule, but again, we're what we did this spring, I think, prepared us for that, and what we've got coming up here in a few weeks when camp starts, all of those things are designed to prepare us for that schedule, and we're excited. We're looking forward to it. Well, I was a little bit surprised when I saw the schedule that we did not have a bye week. This is the first time that's happened where we didn't have a bye week somewhere in the middle, but to play 10 games straight, starting opening day, play 10 straight, and then get the bye week in the last week of the season. At first I wasn't real excited about it. I think we've kind of become accustomed to a bye week. Now I guess the advantage is your bye week comes right before the start of the national playoffs. So if you're a team that's going to the national playoffs, or feel like you're going to an ECAC tournament, you've got 2 weeks of practice for that next opponent. Problem is you're not sure who it is. If you're not heading to the playoffs, then you got to get on the road recruiting a week early. Those are the advantages. But certainly you like having a bye week somewhere in the middle where you can rest and recover, from the schedule that we face. What we've done to kind of take advantage of this or turn this into an advantage for us is we've scheduled a Friday night game, with FDU, so that we'll play them on a Friday night. We'll be able to give our players off on Saturday and Sunday, some rest, some relaxation, mentally and physically, help us heal. And I think you kind of need a little bit of a break, where you need one weekend where your coaching staff and your players can maybe we can never relax, but we can rest a little bit, And so we're going to take advantage of it in that way through the FDU game on a Friday night, and hopefully that decision will help us, as we approach the end of the season. What fans are going to see anytime they come to Shirk Stadium is one of the finest football facilities in all of Division III football. If we're not top 5 in the country, it's at least top 10 in the country. It's a great game day environment. We've got fans and parents tailgating several hours before the game, and it's a electrically charged environment on game day. Music's blaring and people are yelling and screaming and having fun and supporting their kids, and people from the community come out. And so I think it's a very exciting environment, certainly. As far as what they're going to see on the field from us, hopefully they're going to see us accomplishing the goals that we set on game day. First and foremost, we want to play hard. We want to play hard. Secondly, we want to play together as a team. Good, bad, or ugly, we're going to play together as a team. And finally, and most importantly, every game day, we want to have fun. And you ought to see our guys having fun out there in the field. I mean, that's, likening this to working a job. Game day for us is payday. You punch the clock all week long in preparation, through film study, through practices, and strength training, and everything else. And game day is when our guys collect their paycheck. That's the reward for all the hard work that they put in on a weekly basis, and all the hard work they put in on a yearly basis. I mean, you think about that. I mean, football is a 12-month sport anymore, and you only got 10 guaranteed paydays for working every day year round. So I tell our guys, let's have fun. Leave it all on the field. Let's have fun. Let's play hard. Let's play together, and most importantly, let's have fun. The other things that I expect our fans would see is a very physical and aggressive brand of football, from us. Second thing I would say is a very fundamentally sound, football team on the field. And the final thing is I would say you ought to see a very mentally prepared football team, because those are the three objectives. Those are the three things we feel like we have control over in terms of how we prepare our guys. We don't have control over the weather, the officials, or what the scoreboard says, so we don't focus on those things. Let's focus on things we can control. Play hard, play together, have fun. Let's be physical and aggressive. Let's be fundamentally sound, and let's be the most prepared team out there. And if you do those things, in my experience, I think the results, they tend to take care of themselves. So that's what people can expect from Albright football.